Well, hello and welcome to a completely different video from Craig and Dave. You're not expecting this one. And yeah, Craig and Dave. So as many of you have noticed from our videos, it's just me. It's just Dave. I'm Craig and Dave. Craig
Hello? Hello?
Hey?
Hello?
No, it's just me.
It's a lie. We are actually two people. We are genuinely separate. I am Craig, and this is Dave.
I'm Dave.
So, yeah, generally separate. So yeah, this new unscripted series. We're going to talk a bit about.
Can I just check something first, Craig? Hang on. I just want to put one thing out there before the rumours start spreading again. Okay, we are not brothers.
No.
We are not partners.
No.
We have no relationship with each other at all, other than the fact that we both teach computer science, right?
Yep, that is it. Yeah, believe it or not, that is, yeah, we are totally two separate people. So yeah, this unscripted series, we're going to talk a little bit about what's about at the end, but we thought we would just start. We have some bizarre questions come in all the time, and we get some frequent ones. So I have pulled together some of the most popular questions that we get, Dave, and I'm just going to pose them to you. I've got some thoughts as well, and we're just going to answer them straight off the bat. So guess what? The number one question is, are Craig and Dave actually the same person?
Well, clearly we're not.
Yeah, I think we've done that question. We are not the same person. I feel like leaving that little ticker tape across the bottom throughout the entire thing. Believe it or not, two totally different people. All right, okay.
I will admit, though, I mean, I will admit, you know, our voices do sound a little bit similar on the videos. And to be fair, we used to do a lot of, it was very much us both doing the videos, but over time, I've done less of the videos and you've done more of the videos. So it does feel like it's more of one person, because actually you're now taking the lead with most of those videos.
Yeah, I would say if you 80-90% of those videos on YouTube now are my voice, which is why you think it's one person. It's not. You know, Dave does a lot of behind the scenes stuff. All the programming material stuff is kind of Dave's baby. But yes, we are definitely two different people. Question closed, done, finished. Right, okay, so what is the second most popular? Here's a good fun one. All your Cornell notebooks are the same. Isn't this a shameful marketing practice? Oh, here they are. These are Cornell notebooks. Lovely range, beautiful pastel colours like that.
Designed by me, incidentally, designed by moi.
It's because I'm too busy recording YouTube videos. Yeah, so there they are. All completely the same. Yep. That's because they're exercise books. I don't know what to say. Exercise books are the same. You can go from WH Smith's or other retail suppliers exist. And you can buy exercise books from hundreds of suppliers. They all have lines in. I'm not sure what else to say about that one, Dave, really.
Yeah, but they're all the same price. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, and we literally make pennies off them, okay? Most of the cost that is, you know, being charged to schools is going on printing and distribution. We literally make pennies, okay? Not even 3-digit pennies, barely 2-digit pennies, let me put it that way. So it's, for us, it's not about making money, those books. Those are about a way of structuring the notes from our videos, and lots of schools were asking for them, so we said, okay, well, we'll put them out then. You know, if you're doing different courses, then particularly if you're a teacher of GCSE and A level, you know, books get left lying around in classrooms. You want to be able to easily identify, you know, which class and course did they belong to. So having slightly different covers just makes it a bit easier for teachers, that's all.
Yeah, that's simple as that. That's a fair point. Everything we do usually comes out of a desire to give the community something they're asking for. So, you know, that's what we're here for. Right, this next one makes me laugh. We've had this a few times, and I know you've got a fairly detailed answer to this. Now, Dave can be quite verbose in his answers, so I might have to like cut him short. But here you go. This one might surprise you. Your YouTube videos are free. Yet you charge £50 to £110 for a USB pen containing them. This is true. They're available on our shop. £110 for the convenience of not being able to Google their channel? What a scam. Right.
Outrageous.
How dare we? You can pick up a pen drive now for a few quid. All right. Yeah. There is a reason. And, well, go on, Dave.
Well, what you have to appreciate is actually nothing is free, really and truly. I mean, how do you define cost? I mean, there's cost in terms of money, there's cost in terms of time, there's cost in terms of data. Okay. Now, when you watch our videos on YouTube, it helps us. It helps promote Craig and Dave. Okay. Because we get things called insights from Google and impressions. Now, we don't monetize our videos, so we don't get any money from YouTube at all. Okay, YouTube's just a very handy platform for us to host our videos. But because it's powered by Google, it does give us a massive advantage in promoting us, which is, you know, what we'd like. We want more students to be aware of our videos so that they can do well in their exams. That's ultimately what this is about. Now, if you get them on a USB memory stick because you want to host them locally in your school, that's fine. We don't want to stop you doing that. But if every school did that, then no other schools would find out about us. No other students would find out about us because they'd all be hosted locally. And so that's not really good for us. So we don't want people buying our memory sticks. Let me put that out there. We do not want schools buying our memory sticks.
I think that there's the clincher. I mean, I know Dave will probably go on about this, but with YouTube, I mean, some of you are probably aware, we can use cards and end screens. You know, we can use those to advertise other videos we've got coming up, other series, revision tip techniques, all sorts, even to advertise maybe other products we're thinking of, you know, developing for schools. We lose all of that again if we put those on a pen drive. So Dave's absolutely right. We actually don't want people to buy the pen drive. And when you think about the loss of data we're getting in a data-driven age, everything now is about big data. If you consider the loss of data we're getting by giving videos on a pen drive, actually £50, £110, how do you quantify it? It's actually not a lot. So really, yeah, I guess that's the nutshell there. Is it a scam? No, not really. We don't want you to buy the pen drives. Use the YouTube channel. Plus, if we update videos, which we do all the time, you guys give us recommendations. Despite our best efforts and a quality assurer, we still, you know, mistakes slip through. It's unavoidable. You point them out, we correct them. If you have a pen drive, nightmare.
Yeah. And it's reminded me, actually, sometimes people write to us and they say, oh, can I put your videos on my channel? And, you know, and we politely say no to that for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because if they're on your channel and not ours, then it's not driving traffic to our channel, which is pretty obvious. But also because some of those videos contain images that we've actually paid licenses to use to Adobe, for example. And so that doesn't give you permission to have them. It gives us permission to have them. And, you know, if we do update a video, like Craig says, we do update them. We add things to them and we correct mistakes and things. Well, if an old version of that video exists on your channel, we're not in control of that. We can't take it down. We can't replace it. And you know, there's a danger that over the years, as you drive more traffic towards your channel, we've then got videos that, you know, we don't really want out there because they've got, you know, unfortunately a mistake in there. So we want to be able to take that down. So it's not about us, you know, trying to be empire building and not wanting you to have our videos. There are just bigger issues. That's all.
There you go. I think that's thoroughly answered that one. So our YouTube videos charging £50 to £110, not a scam. We'd rather you didn't buy them. Watch them on YouTube or embed to them. Right, okay. Question number 4. Here we go. Your logo is stolen from BP, a literal carbon copy. Ironic that one of the key topics in computer science is ethics. Right, I'm going to take this one to start with. First of all, here's a definition from Oxford Languages on carbon copy: a person or thing identical or almost identical to another. Now, I'd love to link to the BP logo at this point, but because as we teach ethics and morals, we're not going to do that. But in the top right-hand corner is our logo. I challenge you to Google BP's logo, and tell me that they are a carbon copy. That is a totally original vector logo created by, I'm going to get better at this as the streams go on, created by Dave. That way, there, I can't do it. Yeah, anything to add? They're not the same. It's not a rip-off. You created it, didn't you, Dave?
I'm not sure I can take the credit for that. I'd like to, but I think it was the chap that does our website. But anyway, move on.
Yes, we have other people that work for us, but, you know, putting them in the name would be ridiculous. It's Greg and Dave, and that's it. Right, okay. So that's number 4. Two more in this little opener. This one. You have a monopoly over the computer science education sector, thus forcing students to use your materials. How I wish that was true. It's not. We don't have a monopoly by far. Dave and I still work in schools. We still have our mortgages to pay. No, we do not drive expensive cars and live in large mansions or any of that. Really, we don't. I mean, I'd like to think, curious and Days, I'd like to think we're doing okay. We came from nowhere 5 years ago, but I can tell you now, there are dozens of other suppliers. It's a crowded market, and actually, we like working with them. It's not quite as competitive as many people think. You know, we're all in this together. Go on, Dave.
Yeah, well, no, I agree. And, you know, just to illustrate that, for example, Paul Long is excellent. He's got some great stuff, and we've just started a bit of a collaboration with him because we think what he does complements what we do, and we don't want to tread on his toes unnecessarily. Vice versa. The other thing, you know, we're big fans of PG Online. Okay, this is an excellent textbook for OCR A level, and you know we'll have a look at textbooks and things like that in future series. But PG Online, fantastic. You know, and there are others. CS UK. You know, there are lots I could name, and I'm going to forget somebody, so I'm going to stop naming. But we're all just trying to help kids.
Yeah, it's true. No, not a monopoly. And you wouldn't want to be anyway, because creativity comes from lots of people doing different things. You know, you should be learning that in school yourself. If you're a student watching this, you know, we could have gone into writing textbooks, but we only have to pull say we use the PG Online one. We only have to pull that off the shelf to go, well, why would we try to recreate this? This is an excellent textbook. Instead, if you use our resources, you know, we reference their textbooks. So we'll do something different. So not a monopoly. Whoever thinks we have one, that's great. But
and textbooks at GCSE probably worth a mention, since I mentioned A level. PG Online do textbooks for GCSE as well. We like Paul Long's GCSE textbook. You know, Ultimate GCSE. We think that's great. Yeah.
So there's a point of surprise for you. In our own schools, we use our resources, obviously, but we don't only use our resources. You know, we use other people's textbooks. So there you go. Okay, one more question, and then I think we'll finish with a quick Q&A for the opening video. Your videos sound boring, making the videos painful to watch. I've set myself up for this one because I've just turned around and said that I now am the voice of 80 to 90% of the videos. Look, I don't have an answer to that one.
I do. You're boring.
If you're having trouble sleeping and you need a cure for insomnia, then you're welcome.
I think what I would
say, a serious side though. Go on.
I'd just say, you know, sometimes they are. I'm just going to put it out there. You know, sometimes our videos are boring because the point of the video really is to teach you the theoretical content. It's not entertainment. And I think this is where people get a bit confused, because we put them on YouTube, and YouTube videos typically are, you know, entertainment that you kind of expect, because we're using that medium that we'll be delivering something in that flavor. And that's not true. We're using YouTube because it's a great content sharing platform and it's free. Okay. And we get all the other benefits that we talked about earlier, but this is learning. Yeah. And sometimes, you know, learning is not always bells, whistles, fun and entertainment. We like to try and make lessons interesting, but the point of the videos is to just teach you and to give you the notes, actually, to give you notes that you can use later in your learning. And that doesn't need to be too entertaining and fun, because if it's too fun, you lose the critical parts of the learning. Now, I'm not going to lie, if we had, the millions of pounds that you all think that we've got, I'd love to have a production team. I'd love to have the ability to do videos like Brian Cox does, for example, for the BBC. That's the kind of thing we'd love to aspire to be. But we can't, at the end of the day, we're two teachers. We still teach in school, actually, and we only have a limited amount of time. So for us, it's about putting out videos that teach you what you need to get a good grade. And that's what it's about. And if you want entertainment, there are loads of other channels. There are loads of other videos that you could.
We watch them all the time.
We watch them all the time.
We love them.
Yeah, there's some great series out there. I mean, again, I'm gonna forget certain people, but Kevin Drum has got a fantastic series for A-level computer science. We've learned things from him, and I used to work with Kevin Drum, so I class him as a bit of a friend and an old colleague in that sense. But he's just one. There are loads, and we want to do more collaborations. And I think part of this series that we're doing now is if we can increase the subscriber count, then perhaps that will open doors to more collaborations, and we can do more fun and interesting things with you.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Although, again, if you're a student watching this, your main exposure to us maybe through YouTube, it is unreasonable to compare us to full-time YouTube celebrities. I mean, A, we're not a celebrity, but B, YouTube is not our full-time thing. It's the mechanism by which we get the theory content out to you. But the bulk of our time is done creating resources, responding to queries, developing our revision product, Smart Revise, and teaching. It may be different if YouTube was our sole thing, but it's not, because we don't monetize it. So it's a vehicle. So I will try and be less boring. It's the summary from that question. But thank you, Dave, for defending me. Right. Well, that is our opening 6 most popular questions we get, but I know you're going to tell them a little bit just briefly about what this series actually is, because this is
exactly. I mean, if we get more questions, feel free to put comments in questions or drop us an email or whatever, and we'll happily talk about things related to computer science by and large that you want us to talk about. I mean, why are we doing this new Unscripted series? Well, we noticed that we got 25,000 subscribers, and we can't, Craig and I, for the life of us, understand why you're subscribing to our channel. We understand why you view the videos. That's an entirely different thing. I mean, we've got, millions of views on the videos, but why are you subscribed? I don't get it. So I thought, well, we got 25,000. I wonder what we could do with that. So let's give you something back. Let's give you different kinds of videos on a more regular basis, and let's see, what happens to that subscriber count. So this is about giving you something different, something extra, something very much unscripted. So there's no script here. Sometimes with our videos, our theory videos, we do a little bit of scripting because it keeps us on track. But these are just, there's no script. What you're hearing is off the top of my head. And we're not going to do hardly any, if any. I don't really want any post-production editing. I want this to be raw and feel live. And if it's popular in the future, we'll do live ones. We'll set up some regular points where we'll invite, the community to come and join us in the chat, and we'll just have a general conversation with you. I think I quite like to do that. But we'll do these recording ones first, just to kind of test the water, because if you don't like them, obviously we won't do them. So we're going to try and do them, at least once a fortnight, releasing on a Monday afternoon. And if they're popular, then we'll do them more frequently than that.
There you go. Yeah, I think we'll keep quiet about the sort of topics and ideas we've got coming up. But as I say, it's just something a little bit different. I think that's basically it. But before we wrap up today, I think you've got a couple of last minute shout outs, haven't you, before we end our first Unscripted?
I have indeed got a couple of shout outs. Just quickly before I get on to that, we are going to enable the comments for our videos. And that perhaps is another frequently asked question that Craig didn't have on the list earlier. Why do we turn comments off on our videos? Is it because we don't want criticism? No, absolutely. Criticize us. We get people emailing us all the time saying, oh, did you notice in this video you said this and I think you meant that? And we go back and make corrections, and that's fine. And, maybe the comment section in video is an appropriate place to put those things. However, what we don't want is for inappropriate comments to start appearing tagged on those videos, because they've got to be suitable for use in the classroom. And we don't want a situation where a teacher tries to play a video, for example, in the classroom, and the school filtering has stopped it because of inappropriate comments linked to that video. So again, it's not about us hiding. It's about making sure our materials are suitable for the classroom for all teachers and students. However, we're going to turn the comments on for these unscripted videos because, you know, why not? There's no reason why you should be playing these ones in the classroom. But can I just ask that you just respect each other, respect us? You know, we're just here to try and help you. I mean, we're thick-skinned, but you know, it's not really the place. If you've got a criticism, just email us. You know, we'll take it. We'll have a one-to-one conversation with you. So we also are just two people, other people who do other things not related to any of this stuff. So there are thousands of you. We will try and respond in the comments. I can't promise I can respond to everything because there will be too many of you, okay? But we're hoping that you like this, and you know, that's the way it is. So shall I do some shout-outs, Greg?
Yeah, go on then, couple of shout-outs.
Okay, couple of shout-outs, and then that'll bring us to an end for today, okay? So I'm just going to read these ones out. So shout out from class 11A1 at Kenilworth School and sixth form. Okay, the class want to thank you, Mr. Gulliver. You've gone above and beyond, giving the class so many resources to not only use in the lessons, but also for independent revision. And some of your class have written to us and have said, please, can you you know, do a personal thank you to Mr. Gulliver on our behalf. So this is the personal thank you. We find it really inspiring, actually. You know, Craig and I, we love to talk about teaching and how to teach better lessons, and to hear that there are students out there that really are getting a great experience from their teacher is fantastic, because we know that's not universal. We know that some teachers have come to computer science from other disciplines and they don't find it easy to teach. And that's really part of why Craig and Dave became a thing. And we'll talk about that in another video. But Mr. Gulliver, you're doing a fantastic job. You even went into school when you weren't feeling very well, and you could have stayed at home. But no, you were there for class 11A1 at Kenilworth School. So they want to say thank you for your dedication to teaching. So that's the first one. And the second one is a thank you to Oliver for giving us some great ideas for this series. So thank you to you too. I think that wraps us up.
Yeah, that's fairly successful, I think. I guess we'll find out. Look, cheers everyone, and hopefully you'll see some more of us in the future.
Yeah.
Take care.
Cheers, then. Bye-bye.